I make these mistakes on the road, so you know not to. I'm gonna stick with that theory. Hey, good morning, everybody. Selena and Crockett, 100.7 LEV. Are we still dancing to the music? Hey, would that be one of the rules? I still hear them. Yeah. Would that be one of the rules when your kids start driving, Crockett? Do they have to turn off? I can't believe I'm saying this. Like it hurts. I'm I'm stuttering almost thinking about saying this out loud, but do they have to turn off the music? Turn off the
I
radio?
had drumsticks in my car that I would play on my steering wheel when I was first driving.
When you were driving, did your parents know you did this? I'm assuming not. I'm assuming if
I'm
they knew.
guessing not.
No.
I mean, I
Okay.
wouldn't do it at a green light, but, like, at a red light, it would drive my friends nuts.
Put the sticks down, the light's green.
Yeah.
That's
Only if it
that
was a
I did
song
not
they didn't
expect.
like. If it was a banger they liked, then everybody wanted the drumsticks,
Right.
but
And everybody wanted
yeah.
the drumstick. Do you hand them out? Do you have enough for everybody in the car? Oh my
No, they would
god.
be if your song came on that you wanted to drum to, you got to drum.
So if, Bohemian Rhapsody came on, that must have been stellar.
Well, the problem with that is there's not a it takes
No
a while to
drum.
ramp up for that one though, So that's a 6.5-minute song or
Yeah.
whatever it is. The first 2 or 3 are kinda like,
Right. You gotta cue it up just right when you hit the red light.
Mama, ooh, you're not really, like, getting
Not
into
really
it yet.
yeah.
Till you see the silhouette of a man. That's when you
I
kinda start
just
to pick it
learned
up.
something new. We just got a little nugget of Crockett there, that he had drumsticks in his car, a little nugget of Crockett. How
Uh,
about that?
should get those
I
T-shirts made. How about a little nugget of
nugget of
Crockett?
Crockett.
They'll sell
I
like
would have
hotcakes.
I would have had a heart attack if I knew my son was doing that when he first started driving. It's stressful enough to think about our kids when they start to drive. There's a lot more distractions. It's so wild because our cars now have so many more, I guess you call them safety features, smart features, which I think are even more distracting in the car. Because I remember when I started driving, the first car that I got that had the screen on it, and I remember drive it uh, off of the lot.
Cliff? What was that?
But I'm adjusting the screen in front of me, and I'm like, "Whoa, I definitely should not be doing this while I'm driving. This is super dangerous." So I'm almost wondering, like, if it would be safer for the kids to have an older car that doesn't have all that, but even my father, because I was shocked because he has an older car that he's thinking about getting rid of. I said, "I'll hold on to it for when our kids start driving." He's like, "No, it's not. You don't want a car. You don't want a beater car that's gonna break down when they first start driving because that must be terrifying. If you're not an expert driver and the car breaks down just as you're starting like, just right after you get your driver's license, that might be a little too overwhelming," I guess was his thought. But then, I don't know if I want them driving with all the crazy distracting bells and whistles of the cars
Yeah.
that cars have now.
Listen, you're 16, 17, you're feeling untouchable. So you
Yeah,
could,
I don't know if I like
you
that.
could put no, I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
you could put nothing in there and they'll find things to, you know, be distracting. I'm
Oh,
with you. Like I think about the old cassette player. You had the 6 presets, right? You
yeah,
just had the little knobs for heat
that's it,
and air
that's it.
conditioning. Like, yes, you would think minimizing, but again, then you've got you've got everything you ever need to look for ever right here too. So whether you've
Right.
got a big screen on the display or you've got this sitting next to you in a cup holder, um,
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
no,
not
I get
ready
it.
'cause, my oldest is 13, so he'll be driving. I mean, he could potentially be driving in 3 years.
All right, well, let's start with the safety concerns. Have you seen him on a bike? Is he good on a bike?
He is. You know what? I will give him that's a good, like, thought process. That's a good question because his friends, I was surprised to see when they were biking together. I ran into them. I almost ran it literally into one of them because they weren't following the rules of the road.
Yeah, let's talk more about how the kids are at driving, but go ahead, continue.
That's a good point. Cole, it just comes second nature to him when, he always has his helmet on, right? He told me he wanted a light for his bike if he happens to be coming home in the dark. Um, yeah, he's pretty for the most part, like, he's pretty responsible. He wasn't riding his bike on the roads that didn't have enough of, what do you call that?
Like a shoulder.
A shoulder is the word I was looking for, yeah. But his friends, meow, like this around
Yeah.
the cars. I was like, "What are you doing? You're gonna
These
get hit."
electric bikes and scooters, like, we gotta the amount of times I've seen, like, coming in my neighborhood, go getting ready to go to the exit of the neighborhood, and a kid will just come around a corner, a left-hand turn, not a stop, not just go, and you're like, "Buddy, if I left my house 2 seconds earlier, if I got out of my driveway 2 seconds earlier, bad news bears, pal." And,
Terrifying.
even like so then it's, our, all of the schools are right across the street from our neighborhood, middle, elementary, high school. And so sometimes at the corner of the intersection there'll just be kids there,
Yeah.
whatever. And then so I'll go to pull up to make the right into my neighborhood, and they'll all be sitting at the crosswalk and nobody's moving. So then
No one's
I'm
paying
waiting a second
attention.
so that they can go across. Then they don't start going. Then all of a sudden, one of these kids on a scooter starts going as I'm turning, and I'm like, "Bro, turn your head before it gets turned for you." Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes, buddy. Buddy, listen, it starts with people, grown adults, walking in the middle of the street in your neighborhood that, like, you gotta it's hard to tamp it
that
down. That's
that
hard.
fills me with
I
a
feel
rage.
you.
It's
I feel
called a
I feel
side
you.
walk.
You have sidewalks.
You know
I live in
why?
neighborhoods that don't have that.
You know why? It's so that you can walk on the side of the road.
What a concept.
You
Unbelievable.
fools.
You fools. So most common driving rules parents have for their teens: no phones. Good luck locking that up. Be able to track them, and no Doritos. No eating while driving because it's
Yeah, no
dangerous trying to find
dust
that
on all
last
the
frog.
stuff. Yeah.
All right, we have to run, everybody, but catch you later. Catch you on the flip side.
That's us running. We're running.
Bye. Put your seatbelt on. Bye.